Sports. I'm Brad Nessler, and alongside me are Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. The fans have dressed in layers, and we'll see some cold temps for the Virginia Tech Hokies and the Nittany Lions of Penn State. It's the season finale. This is the game we've all been waiting for, guys. The national championship. Here come the Nittany Lions. I'll tell you, this one can go either way. Kirk, what do you think will happen today?
Penn State has a sensational quarterback on their side who's a true leader. I think his presence on the field gives them a slight advantage. And Lee, I think that's going to be the difference in an extremely close game.
No doubt about it, Kirk. I'm picking the Nittany Lions.
All right, you've heard the coach's pick. Now let's take it down to the field for the coin toss, brought to you by Coke. Virginia Tech has the ball teed up, and we're ready for kickoff. He sends it off. Jock fields it in the end zone. So now we'll get to see the offense come out of the field for their first drive of this game.
Tell your quarterback to stand in there and make a play.
On the field right now is a pretty good player at linebacker. What do you think, Herbie?
Pretty good is an understatement, Brad. This guy is a great player. His team is going to rely on him to shut down this solid rushing game.
This linebacker is going to have a lot on his hands today, Kirk. This team is very good on the ground. And if they let this running back get loose, then they're in for a long, long, long day. The key here is making sure the offensive line gives the quarterback plenty of time to find the open receiver.
Penn State comes out in the shotgun. He rolls out to the right. Heaves a long one down the middle. Incomplete pass. Jock was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it second down.
I'd mix it up a little here. You don't want to be too predictable out there.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. Smith, the lone back. Smith takes it up the middle. And down he goes at the 46. Counter play is good for about a yard.
When you got a bunch of yards to gain, your players might be a little excited. I'd calm them down.
It's 3rd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 46-yard line. Penn State comes to the line with 3 wide. He looks, waits till the last moment. Complete. What a catch.
Now that's what you have to do on 3rd and long.
Yep, he went right at him and hit him in the mouth. That's a great conversion to get the first down.
Penn State has just been dominant on offense.
So far, so good. They got themselves in the top 10 in the country.
All year long, these guys have been almost impossible to shut down when they're on the offensive side of the ball.
And he came down with it. What a catch. And that gives him the record.
It's been a season-long journey for this young man, and it's taking him to the record books after that.
What a sensational football player he is. Our congratulations goes out to him for setting a new NCAA record for receiving yards in a single season.
So they're ready for the extra point. And he hits the PAT. A lot of game left. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. And our score, Penn State 7, Virginia Tech 0. Miller is lined up to kick this one off. He puts it deep downfield. Horn fields it in the end zone. Now we'll get to see how this quarterback can do today as he comes out onto the field for the first time. They'll go to work at the 16-yard line. Powell lines up as a single back. Powell takes the pitch. Spin move. Watkins tackles him for a loss on the play.
He just went right through him.
Man, who was supposed to block that guy?
I don't think it matters, Kirk. He's playing with reckless abandon out there. It's got to be hard to block a guy that hits like that.
One man backfield. Gets past the tackler. Tackle made at the 25.
What sprung this play was some pretty good blocking up front. They read the blitz and picked it up nicely.
Let's take a look at how these guys have done on offense so far this year.
Well, they've done pretty well, my friend. They're in the top 10 in the country.
These guys have been putting on an offensive clinic all year long.
And that one's incomplete. Bell was the intended target, and they're going to have to bring on the punt team. 4th and 1. Here comes the punter, looking to boot this one away. Harley awaits the snap. He punts it. Hall fields it at the 31. He's hit and got away. So he got a little on that return.
Well, Brad, early it looked like there was an opening there, but the seam closed quickly.
Kirk, you never listen to me. I've been telling you about that awesome team speed all day long. Aren't you going to listen to me?
They'll go to work at the 35. Number 9 comes to the line with 3 wide. He's rolling left. He unloads it. Oh, great catch.
That was a laser, Kirk. This guy has a huge arm.
Yeah, it's like he's throwing darts, but it's coming at about 86 miles an hour.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. He's looking to pass. Rolls right. He's looking. He lets it go. He catches another one. And they tackle him at the 16. What an arm.
Well, here the quarterback throws it to a spot. You can tell that the quarterback and receiver have worked over and over on this. He may not impress you with style points, but that time he shows off a big arm and delivers a bullet right there.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Play action. Looks. Throws it. Hits his man in stride. Guys, that one's going to give him the record.
Never in NCAA history has any quarterback thrown this many touchdowns in one season. What an unbelievable year.
This kid's a tremendous talent. To put these kind of numbers up is just amazing. Our congratulations go out to him.
And they line up for the point after. And he tacks on the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Penn State to kick this one off. Here's the kick. Horn fields it in the end zone. The offense gets ready to start a new drive. They just couldn't get anything going on their last possession. Going 3 and out. 1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 20-yard line. Virginia Tech comes out with an I formation. Little handoff. Jenkins brings him down for a loss. Good effort by the linebacker to come up and make the play. They line up at the 18. 2nd down and 12. Lines up in the deep back, I formation. Watkins tackles him for a loss on the play. That'll be a loss of 1. From their own 17-yard line. It's 3rd down and 13 to go. Back to pass. Rolls to the right. He's in trouble. He takes off. And they make the stop at the 24. That scramble gets them 7 yards. 4th and 6. Virginia Tech ready to put this one away. Hall, the return man. He gets it off. Hall fields it at the 37. Not a lot of trouble scoring the last time they had the ball. Let's see if that passing game does the trick again. They'll take over at the 38-yard line. Smith on the inside handoff. Carter brings him down at the 43. Smith gains about 5 yards on the run.
I'm telling that quarterback in this situation to look at the defense and audible to a better play if he has to.
The Nittany Lion set up in the gun. He rolls left, lets it fly, and he brings it down. Brought down at the 43-yard line. Good yardage that time on the pass.
The thing that makes this play work is the quarterback. He throws this thing right in there. What an arm this quarterback's got.
1st and 10. Ball on the 43. Penn State lines up with 3 receivers. They'll bring him down at the the 37.
The ball carrier. Gain of 6 on the play.
I'd have my quarterback look for the long ball here.
They line up at the 37. Second down. The Nittany Lions with 4 receivers. Drops back to pass. Looking. Slings it. Got him again. He's tackled at the 13-yard line. This kid just continues to impress us with his ability to catch the football. He's already gone over 100 yards here in the first half.
You would ask this defense, who wants to cover this guy? I bet you nobody's going to raise their hand because this receiver is embarrassing them.
The offense got 6 the last time they were inside the 20. Let's see what they do here. Go into the end zone. It falls incomplete. Not a good effort there in the end zone.
When you can smell the end zone, you know you're right there. Now, smelling it and tasting it are 2 different things. You got to be able to taste the end zone because it means 6 points.
Again, he'll get the call. He's taken down at the 13. They'll give him an inch or 2, if that.
Yo, that's a bunch of yards ago. And as a player, you just got to know how far you need to go to make that first down.
Penn State comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. Rolling out to the left side. He's sacked at the 23-yard line.
This defensive end caused all kinds of problems on that play.
You have to keep an eye on this guy, especially during passing situations, because he does a great job of getting to the quarterback, as we saw right there.
He gets it up, and it splits the uprights. And he's got to be happy about that kick.
Oh, no question. This kid is just a solid kicker.
Penn State is lining up to kick this one off. He just drills this one. Horn fields it in the end zone. Well, he got the face mask. The question is if it's one of the 5 or 15-yard variety.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15 yards.
Looked like he was holding on for dear life here, Coach.
He'll pay for it, too. 15 yards and some little from his coach.
They'll start at the 33. Virginia Tech lines up for the shotgun set. And the snap goes to the back. They'll bring him down at the 38-yard line. Powell picks up 5 with the carry. So that'll make it second down. Both teams getting closer to the championship as we wrap up the first quarter. The score, Penn State 17, Virginia Tech nothing. Second down. The Hokies come out in the ace formation. Seymour drops to throw. With the throw. It's complete. Brought down at the 44. Decent game there, and they'll pick up the first down.
Yep, that was a good decision by the quarterback to throw the short pass to his receiver to get past the sticks.
It's first down.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
From the gun. Seymour on play action. Flips it. He's got the fullback. And down he goes at the 40. What did you see there, guys?
The defense was in zone coverage. The offense did a good job of protecting the quarterback, and he threw a nice ball to get the first down.
And the receiver ran a nice route to get open between the zone coverage.
3 wideouts here. Gets the call again, and they get him in the backfield for a loss. The lineman had a big push there to get in the backfield and bring him down.
Great penetration in the backfield. For such a big guy, this guy's got some really quick feet.
And once he gets moving, there's no stopping him. This guy is so big and strong that he's almost impossible to block with one guy.
Powell gets another carry. So they'll lose some yards on that counter play, guys.
Yeah, there was no misdirection on the defense, that's for sure. These guys stayed in their lanes and made a very nice play.
It's third and 15.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
The Hokies are lining up with 3 receivers. Seymour steps back to pass. He's going to go for the home run. He got it. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. They made a great connection there for the touchdown, didn't they, fellas?
Well, the quarterback threw a strike to the wide receiver. He caught it and took it all the way.
Well, what a dangerous combination. You can't say enough about how good that throw was. The quarterback put that one right on the money.
And he adds the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Harley ready to kick. Decent kick. Hall takes it at the 4. Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. One man backfield. Look at the throw. He's looking. He rifles it. And he pulls it down. Across midfield. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown! This quarterback really knows how to get the ball in the end zone.
He's about to tie the NCAA mark for passing touchdowns in the season if he can get just one more.
No surprise there. He's been picking apart opposing defenses every game he stepped on the field.
So the kicker's on the field to attempt the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. Over 3 minutes remain in the second quarter, and the score is Penn State 24, Virginia Tech 7. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends it downfield. Powell takes it from the 6. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. They'll get the ball here at the 25-yard line. Seymour drops back on first down. Clark makes the sack. It's second down and a long ways to go. Ball on their own 18. Virginia Tech sets up in the I. Back to pass. Throwing right. Great coverage, and it's intercepted. That was a nice interception.
With the way that receiver was covered, that was an easy pick. When you're in the red zone, it's harder to spread out the defense because there's not a lot of room. But depending on the play, you can find some holes in the D.
The Nittany Lions come out showing 3 wide. Looks. He's rolling right. Fires. Jock brings it in. Touchdown.
Just kick the extra point, sweetheart.
And they're lining up for the PAT. He makes the PAT. So under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the score, Penn State 31, Virginia Tech 7. Penn State is ready to kick it away. Horn and Powell back to return. He kicks it. Powell fields it at the 2. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
First down. Hokies take over at the 9-yard line. First and 10.
Seymour is back in the gun. Seymour looking to throw on first down. Someone got a hand on it. Nice little catch there, huh, Coach?
Yeah, that was a good call. I like that call. I like short passes. They're safe and can lead to some really good yardage.
Looks to pass. He looks. He steps up. He passes it. Batted ball. Good awareness defensively that time by the linebacker.
Not only that, but as you saw, he also made a very athletic move to get to the ball.
Third down and 3 coming up. Ball on the 16-yard line. 3 wideouts here. Here's the give. He's taken down at the 29-yard line. How about that conversion on third down?
Good push here by the guys up front, and they are really starting to work hard in the trenches.
Let me tell you something. The biggest compliment you can give a coach is that his team is playing hard. And you're right. These guys are playing real hard right now.
The offense couldn't get those linemen blocked, and they'll lose yards.
Well, here the defensive linemen did a great job at sealing up the hole at the line of scrimmage.
About 2 minutes before halftime. Seymour with 3 wide receivers. Comes across the middle. McCutcheon was the intended receiver on the play, so that'll make it third down. This defense faces another third down.
On the 26-yard line.
Virginia Tech comes out with an I formation. Wants to throw outside. Got it to his receiver. Wow, how about that third down conversion?
Boy, what a play here, guys. I'm really impressed with the poise of this young quarterback. He was very cool and collected out there on that third and long play.
Virginia Tech comes out in the shotgun. Seymour unloads. He ignores the footsteps and makes the catch. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. Seymour drops back. Seymour gets sacked for the loss.
76 makes the sack. No gain on the play.
So far this drive, the defense has been unable to stop them on third down. Virginia Tech lines up in a shotgun set. Under heavy pressure. Seymour gets taken down for the sack. That was some serious heat there.
Yep, that time they brought the line back on a blitz. He was pretty much uncontested and made a huge sack.
Hall is the deep man awaiting the return. He punts it. Hall takes it at the 16. He really didn't have any room to work on that punt return.
Yeah, but his blockers have to do a better job of helping him out. They didn't hold the coverage team at bay. They just let him right through.
The offense will take over at the 19. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Surveys the field. Number 9 lets it fly. Oh, great catch. They'll bring him down at the 40-yard line. That one worked pretty well.
It's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. He created good separation from the defense.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 40. Nice play fake. Number 9 delivers. Complete. What a catch. And that is not what this defense had in mind coming into the football game.
Not at all, but you got to give credit to this quarterback. He's really lighting them up back there. He's making picture-perfect passes, and guys are catching everything. Already, he's got 300 yards throwing the football.
Penn State comes out with 2 tight ends. Setting up play action. He's looking. Number 9 fires. And it's incomplete. He overthrew his tight end.
I know the tight end has a little more height than the wideouts, but give me a break.
Second and
The
10.
37-yard line.
On the 37-yard
Second down and 10 to go. The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. He delivers, and it's caught. And he will score. enough for the point after. And he adds the extra point. Down to just a few seconds left here before the half. And our score, Penn State 38, Virginia Tech 7. Penn State ready to kick this one off. Horn and Powell back ready to return. Here's the kick. Powell from his own end zone. He should have stayed in the end zone there.
It looked like there was a little running room, but the lane closed up quickly.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics. Brought to you by Coke. The Hokies come to the line with their jumbo package. He jukes. Tackle made at the 25. There's an injured player, and we'll try to find out who it is.
Well, it doesn't look like it's too serious, guys, but you never know. Sometimes those small injuries turn into season-ending ones.
One half complete in our national championship. The score at the break is Penn State 38, Virginia Tech 7. Penn State is lining up to get this second half started.
To start the second half.
Decent kick. Horn fields it at the 3. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. They'll line up at the 25.
At the 25-yard line. First and 10.
Ace backfield. Leads it to the back. And he's tackled at the 27-yard line. Powell comes away with 2 yards on the carry. So that'll make it second down.
Ball
Second down.
7-yard line.
Juke. Johnson tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. Well, the defense really put the clamps down on that run.
Boy, Brad, great effort up front by that defense.
It's third and 10. The Hokies set up in the gun. Seymour set to go to the air. He's under some heat. Throws back across field. Caught. Wood tackles him for a loss on the play. So the defense will hold them as they go 3 and out.
Picture-perfect defense on that drive. That's what the defensive coordinator wants to see every single time.
He gets it off. Signals for a fair catch. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
I'd get the linebackers to bite on a run, and then I'd throw it downfield right here.
From their own 33-yard line. First down. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Rolling out to the right side. Number 9 slings it over the middle. And it's caught!
Hey, if they were ever looking for a playmaker, then they found one in this wideout.
Yeah, he really broke it open on that kick. Don't be surprised if the quarterback looks for him again very soon.
Back to pass. Looks. Lets it go. And he pulls it down. The countdown is underway.
This quarterback needs just a few more passing yards, and this young man will write his own name into the NCAA record book.
And I'll tell you what, when you talk about prolific passing seasons in college football history, this guy might be having the greatest of them all.
Play action. He's brought down at the 32-yard line.
7-yard loss.
That's a bunch of yards ago. And as a player, you just got to know how far you need to go to make that first down.
Second and long. Ball on the 32-yard line. This defense is in the dime. Looks to pass. Rolls to the left. He lets it go. Caught. What a catch. And we got an injured player on the field.
It looked like he took a pretty good shot on that play. I think he'll be up and running again in no time.
You got to get it into the end zone here.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. The tackle at 2.
Number 9 on the run. No gain
I like
on the
spreading the
play.
defense and throwing the ball in a goal line situation
Second and goal.
just like this.
Ball on the 2-yard
It's
line.
second down. They're packed in tight on the line. Setting up play action. And he's going to come up with a sack.
9-yard loss on the
That's a
play.
bunch of yards ago. And as a player, you just got to know how far you need to go to make that first down.
Number 9 lines up with 4 wideouts. Surveys the field. He rolls out to the left. Guns it to the end zone. He came down with it. Touchdown. He's finally done it. A new NCAA record for the most passing yards in a single season.
This guy is one of the more talented quarterbacks you'll see in college football. And the year he's had throwing the football will never be forgotten. Congratulations.
And let me tell you something. A lot of quarterbacks don't even throw for this much yardage in a career. What a phenomenal year.
He splits the uprights for the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Penn State to kick this one off. Horn and Powell back deep to return. He sends it off. Horn fields it at the 2. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Seymour comes to the line with 3 wide. He drops back. He'll take it himself. Clark tackles him at the 21-yard line. We've got a 2nd and 2. Ball on the 21. The Hokies come out showing 3 wide. Seymour drops back to pass. He's going to take off. He's tackled at the 23-yard line. They line up at the 23. It's 3rd and inches. The Hokies line up with a single set back to him. Throws this one out to the right. Finds his receiver at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And they tackle him. McCutcheon looks to have been shaken up a bit on that play.
Some coaches want to say mind over matter. But if you're hurt, you're hurt. Simple as that. Nothing you can do about it.
We'll see what they can do in the red zone. They set up in an I down by the goal line.
Watch for play action on this one.
Powell on the toss. Nice job by the offense to get the final few yards to the end zone.
Yeah, they knew what play to call for in that situation and made it work.
So the kicking team will line up for the point after. And he adds the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Decent kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown. The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time. They hand off on the counter. Tackle made at the 25-yard line. Smith comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
Just go out and let your receivers make a play.
2nd and 5.
We've got a 2nd and
Ball
5.
on the 25-yard
25. The defense comes out in the dime package. He looks. He unloads it. And they couldn't hook up on that one. The quarterback saw the blitz and let it fly, but too high.
Oh, that rhymes.
3rd and 5.
They'll line up at the 25.
Ball on the
3rd and 5
25-yard
situation. The defense is in the nickel. Back to pass. He's rolling left. Throwing left. And it's the senior. Brought down at the 48. Boy, does this kid have an arm or what?
Are you kidding me? It looks like he has a rocket launcher attached to his shoulder.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. The Nittany Lions come out in the ace formation. They'll throw on first down. Across the middle, and he's tackled right away. They pick up solid yardage there.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. The wideout was able to find a little open space in the defense, and the quarterback was able to get him the ball for a good pickup.
1st and 10. Smith is the deep back as they line up in the eye. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He guns it. Got it again. Still on his feet. The 10, and it pays off. Touchdown.
All you need is one. Send out the kick team.
They'll line it up for the extra point. He splits the uprights for the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends it off. Horn fields it at the 3. Now we see the offense come out of the field.
And you know who's trembling right now? That defensive secondary.
Secondary should be trembling after all the yards that they gave up that last time.
Virginia Tech goes with the ace set here. Gives it off. Makes a move. Roberts with the tackle at the 29. So he turns the counter into a 9-yard gain. They line up at the 29. 2nd and short.
9-yard line.
Seymour with 3 wide receivers. He rifles it to the left. He snags it. He's tackled at the 34. Wilson gains about 5 yards on the play.
And that's just great execution on that short pass play.
1st and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. Our national championship game is 1 quarter away from naming the #1 team in the country. Our score, Penn State 52, Virginia Tech 14. 1st and 10. Ball on their own
34-yard line.
The Hokies come out in a 2 tight end set. Seymour fakes a handoff. And it's the fullback with a catch. Nice pass play.
This is something they like to run. A little pass to the fullback. Here he has a little wiggle room and gets a nice pickup.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Hokies line up with a single setback. And he's hit as he throws. Incomplete pass. Wilson was the intended target, so that'll make it 2nd down. It's 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Virginia Tech comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. Seymour on play action. Lets it fly. It's complete. That play fake good for 5 yards. From the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Hokies come out in the shotgun. And he gets peppered. That'll be a 2-yard loss. The punter comes on the field, getting ready to send one off. Hall will be the return man. Harley punts it away, and this is just a beauty. Great kick. Well, the offense is back on the field again, and their last drive, they moved the ball very well, especially through the air on their way to that touchdown. They'll start this drive at the 20. The Nittany Lions set up in the gun. Gates tackles him for a loss on the play. It was the defensive lineman that got a hold of him there.
And when that kid gets a hold of you, then you usually go down.
And you're not going to break many tackles when this guy gets his hands on you.
The Nittany Lions line up with a single set backfield. He rolls out to the right. He zips it, and he brings it down. Boy, did he zip that ball in there.
Yeah, you're right. There's not a whole lot of quarterbacks out there that can make this throw. He delivers this one right where it has to be. Great arm strength.
They line up at the 41. 1st down. 1st down. Look at the throw. Looks. He flings it. Another catch. And they make the stop at the 37. He looked like he threw that one about as hard as he could.
Now, sometimes you have to. You've got to make sure the defense can't get to it, so you put a little extra zip on the throw, just like he did there.
I'll tell you what, that ball looks like a missile with laces.
They're in the eye. And he's taken down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the carry.
I'm telling my quarterback in this situation to look at the defense and audible to a better play if he has to.
The Nittany Lions are lining up with 3 receivers. Poole brings him down at the 28-yard line. Smith gets 3 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes you take these situations for granted. It's always good to convert the first down and move the sticks.
Penn State comes out with an I formation. They'll throw for the first. Rolls right. He fires. Found his man. He's all the way home. Touchdown.
You think I'd want you to go for 2 here? No way.
They'll line up for the point after. He makes the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Penn State ready to kick this one off. Horn and Powell set to return. And it's off. Powell from his own end zone. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Guys, what do you think about this situation?
Hopefully we'll see the offense move this ball up the field a little bit.
Yeah, Coach, they really haven't had too much success today. But this is an opportunity for them to get their team back on track and build some confidence going into the next game.
Seymour back to throw. He's sacked at the 15-yard line. They line up at the 15. 2nd and 14. The Hokies come out in the ace formation. Smith on the inside handoff with the spin. Sheds 1 tackler. At the 40. Down the sideline. At the 40. So the only man between him and the end zone makes the tackle. That was a huge lift.
Brad, you're right. A run like that can really get the momentum rolling.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Virginia Tech goes with the ace set here. Little handoff. Great move. Bounces off the would-be tackler. He's taken down at the 22-yard line. A 9-yard pickup by the tailback on the counter play.
2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. All on the 22-yard line. Seymour lines up in the shotgun. And they get him in the backfield for a loss. From the 26-yard line. 3rd and 5 situation. The Hokies line up with a single set backfield. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's right there for the interception. And down he goes at the 31-yard line. What is going on here, guys?
They've just been outplayed and outcoached out there today.
Anything and everything is going wrong today, Kirk. There's not much else you can do except pack it up and try again next week.
The defense lines up in a dime. They hand it off. And they make the stop at the 38-yard line. Smith picks up about 7 yards on the run.
With the lead and the ball, you don't want to do anything stupid here. Just hold on to the ball and stay
38-yard line.
The defense sets up with 5 defensive linemen. Got some open field. Tackle made at the 49. And they move the chains once again.
And that's what they need. Move the chains and keep the other team from getting their hands on the football.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 49. Penn State lines up in a goal line set. Another run. Brought down at the 40. And they pick up 9 there.
You got to protect the football here. Nothing fancy. Just hard-nosed running.
Congratulations to our Coca-Cola players of the game. These guys were playing on a very high level today. Tompkins, the ball carrier. And down he goes at the 38. And that'll be a first down as they try to run that block down.
With the lead, you don't want to do anything stupid. Just run between the tackles and kill some time off that clock.
They'll go with the run once again. And they make the stop at the 33. 5-yard gain.
5-yard gain on the play.
With the lead, you don't want to do anything stupid. Just run between the tackles and kill some time off that
Ball
clock.
on the 33.
It's second down and 5 to go. Ball on the 33. The Nittany Lions come to the line with their jumbo package. And he's tackled at the 29. A 4-yard pickup by the fullback.
I keep pounding away here. No need to go to the air and risk turning the ball over.
Third down and a yard. Ball on the 29-yard line. The defense will stack the line of scrimmage. Lester with the tackle at the 24. So we got a few yards on that carry.
You know what, guys? If you can continue to pick up small chunks of yards like that, you can really start to wear a defense down.
First and 10. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Penn State will take a timeout. That's their first of the half.
With the lead, you don't want to do anything stupid. Just run between the tackles and kill some time off that clock.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line. The kick is up. And it sails through the uprights.
He looked pretty good kicking the ball there.
Yep, the kicker did a good job of keeping his head down and striking the ball right between the goalposts for a long field goal.
So after another exciting year of college football, we can finally name our national champion. Your thoughts on the game, guys?
What a year of college football, and what a year it's been for our national champs. They showed more heart and determination than any team I've seen in a long time. There were doubters during the season, but they continued to prove everybody wrong. Now they're down on the field as the #1 team in college football. My congratulations to everybody on the team. They showed the nation what it takes to be #1.